And bam, we're live.
Heroes inspire us to be the best version of ourselves every day. Through a workout like the Murph, we find strength in the indomitable spirit of those who have gone before us, those who have given the ultimate sacrifice to keep us safe.
I am one of the Highway Patrol's 365 military veterans. Today, we embrace the challenge, knowing what it means and symbolizes. By pushing ourselves in this challenge, we honor those who gave everything to keep our country safe.
We're here to honor the memory of those who have given their ultimate sacrifice. There is no greater love than the willingness to lay down your life for somebody else. By participating in this challenge, we forge a path of determination, courage, and perseverance. Our collective commitment ensures that the legacy of our fallen lives on. With every rep, every step, we honor their bravery and sacrifice.
I want to congratulate Matt Schindeldecker over at CrossFit Crave, working with the state of Ohio, getting CrossFit memberships for, looks like it's going to be 1,600 Highway Patrol members, pretty much doing it completely, by himself. No help from HQ, especially in a time when the occupational games have been dropped. And it's affiliates like Schindeldecker's CrossFit Crave, the Mayhem Empire, picking up that slack and recognizing those people. That is the base of CrossFit. It doesn't matter what you think, what you say, what you believe. The first responders, the LEO, the mill guys, they are that is the base of CrossFit. That's the base of CrossFitters. We're joining their club. We're joining their club, even if HQ doesn't know it. So some completely fucking preposterous things. A lot of the affiliate owners know it. Rich knows it. Matt Schindeldecker at CrossFit Crave knows it. The owner of Diablo CrossFit, Craig Howard, knows it. Bill Grunler, longtime fire captain, knows it. People know it. So, and CrossFit should know it, because at the end of the day, those are the guys that are paying the bills. Welcome. Holy shit. On behalf of everyone at the CrossFit Podcast, Scott Tetlow, you are our king. What a fucking day for Tetlow. Huh? Colton, thank you for representing well. Love you to death. Patrick Vellner, great job. Thank you for making it exciting. Fikowski, what a fucking... You have the body of four great men in one. That was cool. That was cool. That was there a fun event, right?
Yeah. That was great.
What an incredible thing.
I see it says Colton's got a first up there.
That's interesting. I thought, though, that Scott Tetlow was supposed to be first because he had more reps in the first round.
That's what I thought, too. But I think he got 19, and they just missed. They were saying 21, but it was.
Oh, yummy. Fuck you, Tetlow. You out, bitch. I take that back.
I mean.
No, Tetlow's great, dude. What a great show him and Mertens did. Let's just go hard in the beginning. Thank you, Caleb. Does that mean it's shitty programming because the same two guys with the identical body types, fucking brothers from the same mother, separated at birth, won it? Does that say anything bad about the programming?
No, because Brent Fikowski got fourth.
Okay.
Freaking Brent Fikowski. That's
okay.
He's
dude.
Way more. I mean, I'm very happy for Colton because I said that he would do great, but. That's the most impressive part of the whole event is Brent Fikowski.
Opposite ends of the spectrum. But, I mean, you saw how much of a jump Colton had to take? Yeah. I mean, the guy had to run like 50 meters just to get the speed up to jump over that box every single rep, and he still got all those reps. But, I mean, dude, we talked about this earlier. Like, what was he going to do? He was going to be so much slower on the pistols and on the muscle ups, but damn, he did good on those box jumps.
And I realized how valuable Vellner is to the competition, because when I saw he did well on this, it just made me that much more interested in the entire event in its totality. Now that he was back in the game, I need him up in the front.
Dude, when has he not done that?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But he always freaks us out in the beginning with that swim shit and whatever happened in that last event, right? He's the guy who digs himself out of a hole, doesn't he?
Purpose, yeah. Like it seems almost like it's on purpose. I mean, granted, he didn't have to swim in this one, but he still does it. He just finds a way to not do well in the first event, and then just kick ass in the rest of them.
Nikki asked Colton. Nikki Brazier asked Colton, "How do you feel?" He said, "I feel like the north end of a southbound pig." And then he said, and then also he took some shots at Adler and said he's just going to go take a jacuzzi. What a stud, huh? The man who can't talk drops the best interview of any semifinal on any continent so far.
Did you have to, wait? Did you have to read the actual words on the bottom to get all that? Because I know I was trying to. I'm like, wait, what did he say?
I recorded it and listened to it 13 times. What?
Man,
Caleb was saying it all word for word in the chat.
Well, I'm glad that he had that. I needed that.
How many times do you think Colton practiced that speech you gave?
Not once. He's off the cuff.
He says that every day, I bet.
Bro, I think he rehearsed it 1,000 times. That's like the first time he strung 2 sentences together. That guy only has 2 modes: workout and read.
They just updated it. They say it says Tetlo's first now, so they're just playing. They're just playing with my heart.
Oh, all right.
The leaderboard.
John Young and Brian Friend have a bet. If Colton doesn't take any first places, John owes Brian $100. If he takes 3 first places, Brian owes John $100. And it looks like John cannot win that bet. Maybe now.
I think a tie for first counts for me because mine is so much harder to win. I think we should give me that leeway, but
I think that's CrossFit standards, right? And don't really know what the standard is. I think that works.
Exactly.
You know, it's a CrossFit event, so
we'll see if he'll give me that leeway.
Come inside. Come inside. Oh, it's come inside.
Come inside.
I don't know. Come inside. 199. Brent is winning the games this year. That'd be crazy.
I don't think that's going to happen, but he's going to do really good this semifinal.
You know what I like? He won't make it. Maybe he will. It's just in spite of me.
I think that's what this is. He heard what you said. He's like, all right, that's it.
By the way, do y'all think Tatlo's pistols were no reps?
Not by the judge that was there.
They looked pretty darn sketchy to me.
I mean,
Josh Bridges got no rep for way less.
It's hard from the camera angle. That's why you have the in-person judge. The thing is that even if they're bad reps, and this is as much as I'm a fan of what Hiller does and everything else. I mean, when it's in person, you go by what that one judge says. And if they give you bad reps, it's just like the same thing. If it was a bad pitch or that you dragged your feet, but you didn't drag your feet into the end zone, whatever. There were a lot. I think honestly, I was looking at a lot of them that could have been like, I don't know.
You mean a lot of different athletes, not just a lot of Tetlos?
Yeah. I think that a lot of athletes. I mean, I'm like, ooh, that one. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Lockout there. Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Speaking of Medeiros got 2 no reps on the.
I'm surprised how he did. I thought he'd be a lot better.
Who?
Medeiros.
He was 5th on that, wasn't he?
He was 10th.
Was he 10th on that one?
Let's look at the leaderboard and take a quick a long peek at it.
Yeah,
Barry McCocken, our HQ is so woke they can't call them pistols anymore. Did Barry get suspended from the chat?
Oh, was 10th.
This chat or games chat?
No, games chat. He is this chat. He can't be if he can't suspend him from this chat.
Last weekend I think he got in trouble.
Oh, okay. You know what's funny? I see YouTube comments sometimes, and I wonder, do these have any validity? And then someone wrote in the YouTube comments today, oh, that basically, I don't think that host knows that this is a fake name, Barry McCockiner. And it just made me just like put all YouTube comments in that bucket. Like, all right, I got it. I know who comments on YouTube now. Everyone gets your mom joke.
Isn't Barry friends with Kamina?
Yeah, come inside me. Come inside.
Come in.
Jeanette Hines, $4.99. Thank you. You think that that's a muscle up, or that's the dip in the complex she's doing right there?
That's the
dip.
She's coming out of the muscle.
Yeah, she's already okay.
That's my fiance. I don't think she's figured out how to use that very well yet. She's trying to get you to do a shout out for her
YouTube?
friend Mary. Yeah.
She got to write it down there on the bottom. You go ahead and do it. You do the shout out. Go ahead.
Oh, you're supposed to do it. Mary's your
Mary,
number one fan.
Since I've heard your name, I cannot get you off of my mind. I can't wait to have you on the show. You're a remarkable human being, and congratulations on your engagement. Is Mary engaged?
No, she's at the semifinals right now. She's on CrossFit St. Louis's team. She's just a big fan.
Speaking of which, okay, before we dig into the boys, can we pull up the team leaderboard? How's Devin Kim, Mr. Fernandez, El Chapo, and the Weiss girl doing on the Invictus
They had a lot better second day.
Yeah.
Why did they have a rough first day?
They were in second place behind Franco's Misfits, but they destroyed the last workout 4.
Oh, okay. They got a first, a third, a second, and a first. They're doing what they need to do.
They're fine, but
okay.
It was a lot tighter early on.
And how's Mary's team doing?
They're doing really well. I mean, good enough for them. I'm happy with how they're placing overall. Let me see here.
CrossFit Blue City,
St. Louis.
So they're 22nd.
So St. Louis has 2 teams.
They have 3 teams.
It's crazy.
Really? Just saying.
Yeah.
Like that's
There's
kind
a
of an
boatload
odd
of teams
city
from Missouri.
for a whole bunch of people to be from.
Yeah.
Oh, Salty Hive. That's Justin Zimbo. Justin. Oh, he's a listener of the show. I forget his name. Justin. He's an affiliate owner in Salt Lake City. All right. How many of these teams go to the games?
10.
All right. Sorry, Mary, you're not going, but thanks for listening. That's more time. That's more time to listen to the show. And Jeanette, hi. Thank you for letting us borrow Tyler. Oh, here we go. Big money. Look at she's spending your loot. Shout out to Mary Porter. Mary Porter. And maybe for $19.99 you will go to the games. I haven't tasted Dave Castro's oil. Okay, back to the let's go to the men's leaderboard first. Anyone want to say any big surprises, anything crazy, anything that just jumped out at you?
Honestly,
Fikowski.
Yeah.
He's
okay.
I do have an update at the bottom of the leaderboard for you guys. Brian Friend's Bill Leahy has withdrawn.
He withdrew.
Wow.
He let me know he has a respiratory infection and a fever and was unable to continue. So he's out.
I hope that's not what Colton has. Do you think he gave it to Colton? Because he said he had a fever.
Did he withdraw or was he told he couldn't compete?
No, he withdrew on his own.
Forcibly removed.
And how does he know he has a respiratory infection? And did he know before he started the event?
I don't know all of that, but he told me that's the reason why he withdrew.
And what is up with this? Colton said he had a fever also. Is that true?
That was part of the slur speech that he said. He said, fever.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
He had the pig fever.
He was asking for help.
I think he probably has swine flu.
Swine flu. The second outbreak of swine flu is going to be Colton Mertens at the CrossFit semifinals.
Rich, is there any truth to this? That William Leahy IV had a bruised vagina, and can anyone verify that?
He does not have small heart syndrome. No.
Okay. Sevan, Kenneth Lab, Sevan, when I just listened to you, my penis gets hard. Oh, that's weird. All right, thank you. Okay. Arturo Torre, those are the guys in the bottom. Are all those guys out? Let's just take a peek at these. Are those dudes toast? Page two dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Yes.
I mean, but
Who?
yes.
Where was Sydney Wells at the end of day one? Was she on page 2?
No, she was like 40th.
Okay. Sorry, gentlemen. Brandon, I would have loved it if you would have made it. I would have loved to said your name.
Quinn.
For another.
You didn't even say his first name right. It's Brian.
Brian.
That's ultimate disrespect.
That's really right.
That was on accident. Okay. Let's go back up to let's start at the bottom this time of page 1 and work our way up. We always start at the top, right? Leonel Franco, someone, either John or Brian, had him as a top 10 finish.
It was me.
That was John.
No problem.
John, though, he's working his way up, right? 55th and 30th.
Yeah, he needed to do better on this though, to make any kind of a run. I still think he's very fit, but I did not think he'd be one of those guys that just couldn't move the sled, and he couldn't. It ripped him up, but he needed to be like at least top 10 on this workout. He's gymnastics strength is a strength of his, so I thought he'd be better in this, but he wasn't. I don't foresee him making it. I do think he'll constantly, little by little, go up, but it's a long way to the top.
Richie Rich, John, are you gay?
I am not. I am
Every
not gay.
show. Every show.
I am not.
Thank you. We haven't seen Matthew Green's name yet, have we? Okay.
No,
real quick, number 44, Eric, if you took that S at the end of your last name, Evans, and moved it to the front, your name would be Eric Sevan. And that would be a enormous improvement. Just
make
so
that happen. Go to the courthouse.
Yeah, get that fixed. Please. Oh, wow. CrossFit. Wow, John, you are taking a fucking ass pounding right now in the comments. A guy named Avocado Nut says, John, own your sexuality.
You're being, what's that called? Therapy? Where you conversion therapy? You're having conversion therapy in the comments right now.
I'm being converted to gay.
You're being converted
straight to gay.
Do you know the difference between boys and girls? We're so different. Although I sweated yesterday's show with Danielle Brandon, and I realized it came off the tracks a little bit, and it got a little awkward. We acknowledge that fucking Colton could be in the adaptive class today, and we're calling John gay. I mean, fucking that is so much crazier than anything that happened in yesterday's show talking about nipples. I mean, it's just fucking nuts. This is a ruthless crew. And look at poor John's at the top of the tower too. All eyes on him. 41 Tudor Magda. Anyone want to give me what's the lowdown on him? Tyler, can he still go to the CrossFit Games?
I'm saying negatory. I mean, there's a slight outside chance, but I mean, tomorrow's going to be a good day for him. But no, I don't think he's going.
Spin, do you agree? Not just based on a score, but what you know about how good he is, also how strong he is. I mean, he's going to have two good events, right? Snatching. He should
start out strong with Linda. He'll probably get top 3 on the snatch. I'm not sure on the run piece of it. So I think he's going to just miss out. I think that 57th is just too much to overcome.
Bill, what is Tudor telling himself now? Is he convincing himself that he'll still be in the game?
He has to convince himself that. The weird thing is he is such a strong athlete, and has such a strong athlete have such a hard time moving the sled. Like, that's just such a weird. I mean, unless there was a malfunction with the sled somewhere, it's with him being able to move the weight, as much weight as he can compared to the field here. I wouldn't have thought he would have done that bad, unless he figured that was some sort of a fluke, and maybe he's telling himself that because he's gonna have to swing for the fences big time.
Richie Rich with more kind comments. Tudor needing a diaper change. Little fussy. John, why would a big strong guy have trouble moving the? This is John's wife. I can assure you, he is not gay.
Hold on.
Just let me know when John's mom enters the chat.
He protests this too much, or what's the line? Hey, John, why would a big strong guy have trouble moving the sled, Mr. Young?
For equipment. I don't know.
No, not why would a man be gay? I said, why would he have trouble moving the sled?
A strong equipment or faulty equipment is also a good answer to that question.
Who sent that video of the sled folding under each other?
I cannot tell you. I cannot.
It was Anthony Davis or somebody like that. It pulled the sled. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, it was underneath itself.
I think hunk of shit.
But in all seriousness, John, do you have any explanation for that? Is it enough just to be strong? Can you just be strong? What if he just has shitty technique? What if he just didn't have? What if he fatigued?
You have to know how to pull it too. The announcer, I don't know who it was. It might have been Chase, but I wasn't listening very hard. But the way Brent Fikowski,
he's kicking you because you're at the bottom, Chase. Look at you down there with your glass of wine.
The way Fikowski pulls the sled is very efficient. And if you're like trying to side pull it, which I don't know why anybody would do it, but if Oh my gosh, family. Get off of YouTube.
Okay, everyone, be cool. Be cool.
The last time I was in the chat, I didn't know it was his mom, and I was talking like
mad shit to her.
Jeez, please, guys, no, do not. Do not.
So my parents are very strength biased, and Chase is very cardio biased, whether he likes to admit it or not. Yeah. And my mom was in the comments, and then Chase was like, "Look at your open score. You are trash. Why are you talking on here?" And like, it had no idea. And I'm on the podcast, and just.
Who was saying that?
My mom.
Chase was to his mom.
Saying it to my mom.
Oh, geez.
And then all of a sudden, John. This is how John tells us. Yeah, that's my mom. We're like, why are you fucking with us like that? Like, that's my mom. We're like, shit.
On behalf of the Sevan Podcast, everyone behave with John's mom. That is, if that's true. If it's not true, still behave. I'd rather be wrong.
Them to not tune in when I'm on here.
Completely hijacked the show. John brought his mom to the podcast. I can't even read this guy's name now. I know that John's mom is here. Mr. Cummins. The fact that Brent beat Justin in muscle ups. Oh, you're getting ahead of us. The fact that Brent beat Justin in muscle ups, pistols, burpees workout is insane. Like what? That shouldn't happen. Oh, welcome, Chase. Chase, take that one. Is it completely insane? Is it just like, wait, what happened?
No. You got a meticulous athlete dissecting a ring complex that he probably spent weeks doing every day. Maybe not every day, but no.
When you say doing every day, you mean doing in his mind every day, tinkering with
that. But he'll probably go to the garage and just perfect it. It's like, what's the best position for my toes to be in the rings? Is it through the middle? Is it to my fingertips at the rings, or is it above the top? What gives me the best backswing for my ring muscle up? Is it better receive high on top of the rings or a little bit lower so I don't have to pull as hard? How's that second dip going to feel? Am I going to jam up? Am I going to drop my hips a little bit, or am I going to lock my elbows out and push back like some of these people do? Like he just probably tore that thing apart piece by piece and set himself up for the best they could possibly be.
Did you hear him talk about how he was prepping for the sled pull, all the different weights he used? I mean, did you guys hear that whole pitch he gave?
Yeah.
I bet Tudor didn't use those same weights.
Oh, you mean he did? You mean didn't do what Fikowski did?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Fikowski said he was pulling 390 so that he could create an environment where he couldn't pull the sled and try to like, hey, what am I going to do if this happens?
Which is smart, because since nobody knew what that sled was going to feel like, you don't know what the friction is going to be like. You don't know how hard it's going to be to break it from a stop position. So you want to be able to overdo it to the point where it's like, okay, no matter what the friction is, I'll be able to pull it. But that's the way Brent does. I mean, he doesn't go just for the one side. He's going to pick it apart all the way. So it's like, oh, if it's easy to move, I'll do it this way. If it's heavy, I can move it like this, but what's most efficient? If I need to get that thing moving somehow because it's stuck to the floor, how am I going to do it? And that's the whole professor thing. I mean, he analyzes every piece to get the most efficient performance for himself. And what I like is that he does it for him. Doesn't give a shit about what everyone else is doing. He can see what people are doing and where the hangups are, but then he directs it all to his body type, his strengths, his weaknesses, and goes from there.
Gray Ghost, $5 sending money from the shower. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's go back to the list. Let's get back on track before someone else throws us off again and gets us. Okay, we talked about Tudor Magda, not looking good for him. Let's keep scrolling. There we go. Logan Ewing, training partner with Roman Krennikov over there at the Mayhem Empire, 22 years old, young, hungry. Had a pretty bad injury earlier in the year. Any chance this is that spot that we were talking about, that JR was talking about, right? These guys in this 36 range, can they come back? Is he still in the game?
He'd need 4 top 10s or 2 home runs and 2 20ths.
I don't think he's capable of any home runs in this field.
I don't either, but like that's what he would need,
right,
to make it at this point.
I'm gonna have to give you your money back. I'm gonna have to give you your money back.
I would prefer we go back and just talk about who I look like than this.
Me too.
This is really
is uncomfortable. I know this is bad. Okay. Anthony Davis, the big man, capable of some truly remarkable feats, not just big man feats. 32nd, 29th. We know he's going to have a couple good events. Is he going to be top 20 by the end of the week?
He'll have a great day tomorrow.
Yeah.
He'll
be top 20 by the end of Saturday.
Yeah.
So something
probably top 15.
Something to keep in mind, if you look at North America East and what it took to get 9th place, it took about 500 points.
Average of 9th per event. Yeah.
So,
say that one more time for me, Mr. Spin.
So 9th place in North America East, I think had 507 points, 500, somewhere around there. So you're looking at 5 events, 500 points available. Anthony Davis would need 440 points on 5 events.
God, you really know how to fucking put a knife in a guy's heart. That math shit.
But so the next 3 events, though, I think he'll be on track for that.
You do? Yeah. So the next 3, okay.
Yeah, it's the other 2 that, he probably, in the last day, he will still theoretically be in the running. It's just that gymnastic workout will put him out of the running, most likely.
But wait a second. Can Anthony Davis win event 7, Chase?
No.
Really? He can't crush that bike and then throw that sandbag?
It's too many toes to bar. No shot.
No. All right.
If Roman can't do it unbroken, Anthony Davis isn't doing it unbroken.
Well, Anthony Davis probably won't do 15 12 seconds in the first round, but yes.
Anthony, TPA, CrossFit is CrossFit cannot afford to fly Chase to California, and so they went with the great Tommy Marquez. There you go. All right. It's minor edit. That's what I was never an editor, but I always wanted to be one. I am Hop. Davis gonna win 3 and 4.
No.
Mr. Young?
No.
He won't win. He won't win Linda.
4 maybe.
He should win 4.
He should win 4. He's not going to win 5. 4 is his best shot for the most points for the weekend.
Do they get prize money if they win an event?
No, I don't think it's semifinals.
No.
All right. Let's keep going, Mr. Beaver. Now we're crossing the halfway mark. We're getting into the top 30 athletes. And let me stop right here. There we go. Let's stop there. Matthew Green, number 18. Oh, a 4th and a 50th.
Ooh.
Some extremes.
You wore the wrong shorts for test 2.
Hey, could that just be a workout that's like just a guy's Achilles, and we see top 10 finishes the rest of the week from Matthew Green?
I think more likely answer is that the first workout was a
massive strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I could see like a lot of 30th from here on out.
Yeah.
20 to 40th in between those ranges.
How's his strength?
I don't think
Brian said he's strong, but that's all he said. Very, very vague. That's all he said.
What do you expect from the California hormones?
Isn't TRT supposed to help that?
I mean, he weighs 225. He should be strong.
Then he should be good at Linda.
Yeah.
Andrew Hiller says he's a stallion. He's going to smack Linda. Don't worry. I don't know if you're allowed to say that about that workout, but fine. Philip Kelly is also in the house there in Pasadena. He's a legit stallion, as Hiller said. I also think Rosie has a good point here, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're not too.
Linda's not just about being strong.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's very fitnessy.
Right. And you got 4th in the first test.
Which is
strength. Strength keeps you in the game. Fitness makes you win that game.
Oh, that's good.
He said that in the mirror before he came on. Like,
yeah, 3 times.
He's like,
Sarah Cox going to support him tomorrow. Sarah Cox in the house in Pasadena. Awesome. Damn. All right. Let's keep going. Matthew Green. Where will Matthew Green finish? Is he too much of an unknown? You think he's going to be top 15? Think he only goes down from here? Only up from here?
Was he on anyone's top 10?
No.
Probably.
I think he ends up probably around there.
Where he's sitting right now?
I can actually see if he was on Hiller's top 10. Let me check.
Sarah's.
Right.
No, he doesn't have very many Instagram followers, so he's not on Hiller's top 10.
Oh my goodness! And your John, is this a family member?
No, that's
Sloth
not a
Young?
family
Okay.
member.
Hiller has him in 12th.
Wait, what's his mom's avatar?
Who's?
Why?
No. Chase, we're trying to get away from that. Jesus
Pull it up.
Christ.
Hey, he brought this on himself. Oh no, what was the other avatar you just pulled up? What was the previous comment?
What,
Judy
Sloth?
A sloth.
Yes, it's you. There you are.
Yeah.
At least we got back to the way you look
Hey,
there, John.
no,
It's
that's
all right.
Jason Hopper. They get confused sometimes.
We do
Okay.
get confused.
Why won't Jason come on the show? I don't understand.
Cole Sager, number 14, 14th, 121 points. A good point that Mr. Spin brought up, when you see this 121 points, there are 5 workouts left. And if you need 507, let's say, to go to the CrossFit Games, what does that make him? About 4.
We'll just call it 500 to make it
390. Okay, he's about 380 for making it.
That guy's unkillable.
Mr. Sager.
Yeah.
We'll
Have
see
you
after-
talked to him, Chase? What's his deal? Does he want to go to the games? What he's
Does he want to go?
yeah. I mean, he's been hanging around forever.
Yeah. Well, I think he's in the Noah Olson camp. You know, want to get 10.
Okay. You think he's having fun? He's enjoying it?
He wouldn't be here if he wasn't, honestly. That guy's got a lot going on in his life. You know, he's got great family, he's kiddo. You know, he's out there in Spokane all by himself in his garage? Like,
Yeah.
He wants to be here.
Help me out here, Bill. I saw a quick hot take from Rich Froning saying that he didn't realize basically that he hated individual competition until he tried it again this year, and he hated it. And I don't think he knew that he hated it until he went teams and then went back to individual. Is there a chance that a bunch of people could hate it and they just don't know it?
I think when you're someone like Rich and you're as good as you are as an individual, and then you go team and you're as good as you are, there's so much coming back pressure that comes back on you that if you go out to just have fun and enjoy competition,
if you're not the best one, it's not fun.
Right. Well, especially when you have not, and then his point now, it's not just about how he feels. It's everybody, and it's his brand. There's a lot riding on that.
So there's Scott Panchek, he can do it. There's Sam Dancer, always injured, and then it's too much pressure for the Mal O'Brien and Rich Froning. Those are the 3 camps.
I think that Sam Dancer is cut from a different cloth than the other athletes that you laid out there. I think Scott Panchik, like, he retired, and so his whole thing is now it's like, well, whatever. And what I like with him is that he's expressed that he'll get out there and do some good things. He'll get out there and he'll coach, and he talks about what's more important rather than being the consummate athlete. I think that, you know, Rich is trying to figure that out. Why would you want to? I mean, I don't think he doesn't need to anyway.
No.
And when you've been a competitor for so long, you only know that you're out there to win. Like, going out there and crushing people isn't fun. You don't go out there to have fun. You go out there to win. And he knows what it takes for him to feel like he's going to win.
By the way, Jeff, I don't know if you're referring to a comment, but absolutely, Rich owes us nothing. None of the
100%.
athletes. None of the athletes owe us
Well,
anything.
and like Bill said, it can only hurt his brand. If he wins, he's expected to win, and if he loses, then it hurts him, his brand, hurts Mayhem. So it's like a lose-lose for him.
You know what's interesting? You guys say that, but I don't know if that's true. Look at Miranda Alcaraz started a small programming project, and she got pregnant, and she's like, fuck, no one's gonna want to buy my programming because I'm pregnant now. But she kept doing it anyway, and it exploded and turned into street party.
Miranda's rad, but Miranda's not Rich Froning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cole Sager going to the games this year?
I think he will. I don't think he'll be up in the top, but I think with the events, I think he can hang in there. I think
he's going to be on the bubble.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Last event.
Because that's what Cole does anyway, dude. That's what Cole does anyway.
Your time is fast, sir.
Slides in on the last event.
It's going to be
comes between
13th place, 40 points out. Has to win.
And he'll win the last event.
Okay. Colton Mertens.
He did what he needed to.
I want to be very delicate here. Let's start with Mr. Spin. Mr. Spin, is 36th Colton's worst finish of the week?
What's he snatch?
His snatch will be fine.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm more worried about the right after that on the run.
I think event 5 will be his worst event.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little worried. He might be somewhere 40th to 45th in that one.
Chase, is that, have we seen Colton's worst event?
I think so. I think that first one was not made for Colton. I mean, look at everybody in that, body type range for both men and women, and they got 8 alive in test 1.
Are we happy with how Colton did? 36th? We're like, yeah, good job, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he could ask for better than that.
Tetlow beat him in that workout?
He did. And I guess the second workout too, if you want to say they didn't tie.
Yeah, because it's kind of scary. We haven't even seen Tetlow yet. That means he's still up. Tetlow is in the top 10, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. All right. Colton Mertens going to the games, Mr. Young?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Chase, careful with those eyebrows, buddy. Don't be raising those eyebrows. Okay. Let's keep going.
Well, look at that.
Does anyone want to talk about Justin Rhodes? I heard his name a lot.
Nah, I'm good.
Tyler,
you don't want to talk about it?
Go ahead. Let's say someone give me the Justin Rhodes pitch. I don't know him. Someone give me the pitch. Who is he?
It's going. He works out with Hepner. Trains with Hepner. It's actually weird. I have a business partner who has trained with him, and he does say that he is not strong. So tomorrow is going to be hard for him.
An ex-business partner now.
No. Current business partner. Yeah, he's not strong. So tomorrow he's probably going to struggle. He is good at moving moderate weights really fast. He's had a good career so far. He keeps getting better. So we'll see. I mean, he's my outside pick, my fun pick. We will see.
Chase Ingram, are 90-pound dumbbells heavy?
Yes.
2 of them are really heavy?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think they're hard to
control.
You don't think they're that heavy, John? 90-pound dumbbells?
If you can bench a certain amount, they're fine.
John,
if you can't bench a certain amount, then they're heavy. If you can, then they're not that bad.
How much do you need to bench so that they're not so bad?
I think if you bench over 315, they're not that bad.
Oh God!
If it's
how many of these guys do you think bench? Do you think half the guys bench 315?
Yeah, I think probably half the field. But Patrick Vellner benches 315, and he's not a strong guy.
His arms are 6 feet long.
Yeah, I mean he did it. He bench pressed 315 with gorilla arms. So I think half of the field could probably do that.
I bet more than half. 315?
Yeah.
Yeah, more than half.
I don't know, man. There's some small guys here. Look at Justin.
Short guys, but they're not unstrong.
Yeah, like Tetlow.
Right. Yeah.
I will say CrossFitters tend to be bad benchers. A lot of them.
As far as do the 90-pound dumbbells feel really heavy in your hands when you have them? I think if you bench over 315, they don't feel heavy and you can crank, and then it's just your fitness. I think if you bench 295 or less, then they feel heavy and it's about the bench press.
Could be like Chase is saying, it could be a comfort thing because it's like having 180 in your hands is cake, but that not those 90 pounds. It's like if you're not comfortable,
that's why I said 315. You're excessively strong for that dumbbell weight,
or you just practiced.
Frank, this is amazing. This comment is fucking amazing. If Rich was a woman, you all would roast him. I thought we fucked him up. I thought we fucked him up pretty good. I threw him I said there's too much pressure for him, and that's my homeboy.
Pretty sure it's quite the opposite. Is we wouldn't say shit if he was.
Yeah, I felt when I said Rich was put him in the camp with Mal O'Brien, I felt God talk to me. He's like, hey, watch that. If Rich was a woman, you all would roast him. Sorry, but we have to call out sexism on both sides. You would call him a baby. I was fucking
called anybody baby.
If I was going to call anyone a baby, the most confident of being saying that is about another dude.
I thought we were just saying that we were nicer to the girls.
I mean, you've apologized 6 times today about Danielle's show. What are you talking about?
I know, yeah. But Frank, I appreciate the comment. Hook a brother up. Give me a little example or something. What are you talking about? Barry McCockner. Frank, shut your mouth.
Barry to the rescue.
Oh, Frank, you're a good dude, Frank. But I like it. You're adding texture to the show, Frank. Scott Tetlow, number 10. Wasn't
He's
last
been
year supposed to be his last
murdering
year?
it.
What's he doing? Is he trying to be the new Colton Mertens? What is he doing?
Still got it.
He's doing great so
Anyone
far.
pick him? Did anyone pick him?
I think I had him like 14th.
Chase, you hang out with some people who aren't too smart. Did they pick Scott Tetlow?
No.
Jeez Louise. Is he going?
Just look at the tests. The tests are majority built for bigger athletes with good engines.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
it. And
The next two events will be
to overtake those. Like you're going to have to keep hitting things in that top 10 to 15 range, and a 27 in test 1 I think is good, just like Colton Mertens. Now, like how's the Linda should bode well for him. I think the snatch test 4 should be okay, but that run in test 5 he'll hurt. Maybe okay in test 6 with the skills, but that just depends on can they do pirouettes?
I don't think his snatch is very high.
No, he always gets beat.
Tello is not Mertens. They're different people. I know they're built the same, but they're different people.
They would have to be in a solid qualifying position before test 7.
Has anyone done all 60 toes to bar unbroken, man or woman, anywhere in the world?
Yes.
They have?
Yeah.
Do you know who by name?
No, but there's more. Like I would say 8 to 10 on both sides could do it and did do it last week.
Dallin went 58 out of 60.
Yeah.
And he's had the fastest time so far.
So Tetlow's range of motion is going to be short on those toes to bar, and he's 10 pounds lighter than Colton. You think that? What do you think? The bike and the 200-pound bag are going to fuck with him?
The bike in the bag. It's not the toes bar. Like they may be fine on the toes bar, but the bike's going to hurt them. That bag, they'll be fine strength wise, but it's going to be hard to hold.
He's gonna have to. How long are his arms to get around that thing?
And I think event 7 is a more of a pacing game than people think. It's a weird type of a sprint.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Chase, you
What do
even
you mean, like a 95%
pace?
pace? Yeah.
You even called it that way.
It's like an 800 meter in track.
I'm just saying you can easily pace it wrong. And it hurt you.
Both directions, though. That's the thing, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a weird
spot.
Sweet spot. Yeah.
But it's like 90% for 4 straight minutes, which is hard to do if you don't have the right body
type.
type.
Too long.
Yeah. Right.
So you're saying it's pacing, but it's pacing where most people usually don't pace at that intensity?
I don't want to say pacing. I'll just say it's not full throttle.
It's not
Wad Zombie, Fit Wars 2, Tetlow versus yeah.
That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah. Hey, shit, do 10 in a row with just the two of them. Why not? Hey, wouldn't that be fantastic if they both went to the games?
Would be.
That would be something else. Scott Tetlow, Colton Mertens, 10'7", standing on each other's heads.
I mean, didn't Colton do the 12-foot wall balls last year?
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
How well he
did
them is another.
I don't remember. I remember him jumping real high though.
Magnus Holmgren, who would win an arm wrestling game? John, arm wrestling game. That's a great foreigner. Do you speak English? He's just arm wrestling. What would win?
I think I'm a good bit bigger than Dan.
Yeah, you got leverage on Dan. Your arms are long.
But if he is arm wrestled at all, he would beat me. I don't arm wrestle at all. So
no,
if he practices,
it doesn't matter how big you are.
Yeah, I'll go over the top. I've seen them.
That's not it.
I want to thank Unsporty Beth for putting in the comments, by the way, on the CrossFit show tonight several times to come to the Sevan Podcast. I do really appreciate that. That's huge. Number 9, Chandler Smith. And then all of a sudden it's a 13-point jump to Samuel Quant, Nick Matthew, Patrick Vellner in 6th. Uh-oh. Who's this? What's number 5 doing there? Who's this guy?
John Wood.
Is he hanging out for the weekend?
He might be the new Sam Quant. We don't know who he is, but he's killing people.
Anyone?
I think he was
He's
at
been around for a while.
He was on one of the off-season ones and it wasn't impressive. I just think that these two, this first day is just so different than the rest that you're going to see a couple of these guys that just fit their wheelhouse. and he's going to drop off.
Okay. I did see this guy down on the end. Okay.
He was at the Granite Games last year. He had a 3rd place finish in the Minnesota mashup. Everything else was in the teens. He had 120 place finish in the max strength event, the barbell complex.
You guys are going to love this. Please tell me I'm spot on.
Matches 300.
He does?
Yep.
I'm getting Jason Carroll vibes.
Oh.
Thank you.
All
It's
right.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. He doesn't have to be. I'm just getting Jason Carroll vibes.
That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate
Well,
it.
if
Jason
everything
Carroll,
was in
shout
the
out.
teens, that means he's consistent. And I mean, he's in a qualifying position right now. So all he has to do is just stay even keel. Snatches 300, so that's not gonna be, a breaker. He just has to stay even keel, and he's made it.
This is just for Bill and I. Dear Bill and Sevan, just want you to know that John Young is too young to understand Rich's influence and disrespects him often and loses credibility every time. With that said, 100% Event 7 is about Bill, what's that stand for? RPE?
Relative perceived exertion.
Yes. I'm never going to remember that. Event 7 is about jump roping. You forgot the O. 8 and 9 until the push at the right time where you go all out. What does that mean? 8 and 9 reps, 8 and 9.
It means that you're going hard, but this is what Chase said. You're going hard. You're not going all out.
Already fucking said that.
Yeah, totally.
Well, for $20, you got 2 ideas in.
90% for 4 minutes is the exact quote that Chase had, which would be 9.
Chase, on a 1 to 21 scale, how hard am I going?
Thank you for the $20. Caden Carpenter at the top of the muscle up. He has time to take a deep breath and say, Chase, you haven't done the acid bath evolved workout I tagged you in yet.
Yeah.
How come?
Because it's the acid bath.
Listen, I never hit that heart square. I don't want to hear what anyone responds to anything I say on Instagram or who's tagging.
I can use my shoulder again. I'll do it.
But I appreciate it. I don't even know what acid bath is. And if it has that erg thing in it, I don't do the erg. Real men don't do the erg. The ski erg. Ski erg is stupid. Stiff sock. Sevan, can you pick me up from under your bed, please? Dude, easily 3 more uses out of you. Don't easily 3 more uses out of you. What are you talking about? John, you don't even get that, do you? Good Christian man like yourself. You don't even get that joke, do you?
No, not really.
Okay, back to the leaderboard. Let's finish up the dudes. Fuck.
Stuff it in a couch should be fine.
My
Do you want to
God.
explain it to me?
No,
You
off
want-
the air. Off
I
the air.
should-
Medeiros, the king, hanging out at 4th. What's he doing? He's just walking around out in the street with the peasants saying hi before he puts the nail in the coffin. What's going on here?
He'll do that all the way through the weekend, and then he'll get one event win and be at the top of the podium by the end of Sunday.
Which one?
Ooh, good question.
6.
No.
The skills,
5.
Nick?
6. I'm gonna say 7.
7.
Didn't he do something crazy at Rogue? Didn't he do something at Rogue, win an event there? There was some sort of fucking meathead event, carrying something big, or what did he do there at
The
Rogue?
log. He did the log 3 times after the clock, and it was a big controversy about it. Is that what
You're
you're
thinking
talking
of the sandbag carry, right, Solon?
At the games or at Rogue? I'm thinking of something at Rogue he did. Did he win
Right.
something at Rogue? What
Right,
place
Brian.
did
You
he
got
get
it
it first?
The
was the-
knockout duel 2
Oh, the dual 2. Yeah.
rope climbs, overhead squat, sandbag sprint.
Was that the one where you had to run
that?
He did win that, where you had to run up that hill.
No. It's the
He's ski bar 2. He won.
the bracket thing they did last year.
The dual 2. Yeah, you had it right.
The dual 2, he won. Yeah.
Like the rope climb, overhead squats, and the sandbag carry to the finish line, and they did a round robin tournament.
Overhead squats. Yeah, that was the one where the middle judge was on crack.
Yeah.
Did
It took
one-
4 hours.
They did one heat every 30.
That poor judge. By the way, I opened the show with that video with the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and I was crediting CrossFit Crave. I also want to credit Rogue Fitness, by the way, because that workout, Rogue, is a huge benefactor of that also, and that event took place at Rogue HU. I don't remember if I said that, but I just remembered that. And that's awesome that Bill and Katie recognize that. Obviously, Bill's been around forever, former, I think he was a Marine. Was he a Marine, Chase?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So shout out to
Airborne.
Bill and Katie also for that. Butch, oh my God, Butch, I haven't seen you in forever.
Butch.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Badass MFers in the business. Badass who's the badass? Who's
Us.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, and then Brent Fikowski, Cole Grayshaber, Mitchell Stevenson. These are all the names. These are the guys that everyone was talking about all week. But do these guys stay up here and fight it out? Does Mitchell Stevenson make a name for himself out of the West?
He already has.
Okay.
He's classically known for getting like edged out on the last event.
Like pushed down to the bubble even, Chase? And like bye-bye?
Out of the bubble.
Out of the bubble. Okay.
Hey, he made it once.
I remember. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, but I feel like he has been on the wrong end of that exchange a couple times.
So is Fikowski.
Yeah, and usually it's because of Cole.
Hey, do the boys have a Rebecca Fuselier?
How do you mean?
Just someone of her stature, someone that's a lot of us have hope for to make it, but just kind of like it's like, oh shit, like no.
I think Tudor's the closest thing right now.
Okay, Tudor.
No.
I think Colton and
just no meaning Tudor's so far down there, but a lot of us would love to see him go to the games.
Like he's not gonna it's probably done for him. But he's a bigger name.
Oh, shut it, Mike. Colton is not down there yet. Or ever. What are you talking about?
If you're talking about body type, I think Colton is that low.
He spelled both of his names wrong.
Oh, Colton Martins. I thought you were talking about Colton Mertens. My bad, pool boy. Sorry, my bad. Okay, let's cruise over to the chicas. By the way, there were that stadium kind of looks like like an abandoned Walmart.
Someone said it looked like an abandoned Costco in the comments earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, Sevan, I'm going to pop off. My wife is watching downstairs, so I'm going to go back downstairs and say hi.
Okay. Thank you. Tell her I said hi.
Later, dude.
Let me interrupt everything.
Hi, Chase.
Bye,
Hey,
Chase. Good to meet you.
I just looked at this real quick. After 2 events last week, the only let's see, Mark never mind. Go ahead. I have to figure a little bit.
No, the Pasadena venue is the 3rd best venue this weekend.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. 3rd best this week. Okay.
Copacer and Torian Pro are killing it.
Jeffrey Watkins, Bethany Shadburn is a bad lady. So a lot of us weren't believers. Not that we were disbelievers, but we were sitting on the fence. Maybe even like
I don't know.
On the like she's not.
Can anyone confidently say that she was going to be in top 10?
No, everyone was cracking back jokes about her.
If somebody said that her back was fine, yeah.
Bethany Healthy is an easy top 10. I mean, I picked her to podium like 2 years ago at the games.
But the year they didn't let her compete, the year she was in the car with Danielle.
Yes, she's just never healthy. So you can't bank on her because something always happens to her. But if nothing ever happened to her, she's a top tier games athlete.
What percentage of you thought that she was healthy though?
None.
That's what I'm saying. So you didn't think she was going to be in top 10.
But I'm saying her fitness is this ability.
I'll give you that.
She's just never healthy.
I'll give you that. There's the point that I was making is that I don't think anyone thought that she was healthy and going to be in the top 10. I don't think anyone thought that.
No, nobody predicted it. Yeah. Say like this is person's in my top whatever. I don't think anybody had her that high.
I think that's the perfect position for her to be in.
First place.
No. Well, I don't mean first place. I mean the fact that all of you guys and everybody, because that just means that more people are thinking the same thing. There's now zero pressure on her. No one's looking at her. She gets to go out and do her thing. And when an athlete doesn't,
pressure's bad.
It is bad for some.
Yeah.
So some athletes will thrive when they don't feel any of that outside source of pressure on top of them or expectations or whatever. I mean, if everyone's expecting, she'd be good, but she's probably not going to do anything. No one's looking at her.
I don't think it's anything to do with that though, Bill. It's if you followed what she's been going through just this season, it's like she'll comment on Instagram, she's feeling great. And then the next week, it's, well, my back's flared up. It's been bothering me. And it goes back and forth. And so, like, I think mentally she's fine. It's just, we don't know if she wakes up tomorrow morning and her back is just locked.
No, believe me.
She could do the deadlifts and Linda and be like, okay, it's done.
As an analytical type of person, when I watch these athletes out there, you're right. I mean, we talked about it before that last event. It was like, what's she going to do? And it's like, well, I'm going to pick up the dice and I'm going to roll them because I don't know exactly. And we know that is the case. I'm talking about for her specifically. She as an athlete can't think, well, I'm going to roll the dice and see what happens. She has to think like, okay, what's going to be the easiest way for me to be able to perform at whatever she needs to do. So that's what I think. I think I'm glad I'm a fan of Bethany. I think she's a great athlete. I have been wanting to see her really excel. Same. So every time I see the chance, it's like, okay, cool. Like, right, get it, make it happen.
I feel the same, but as a betting man, it's like I've calloused myself to her. It's like I can't trust you anymore. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about her. I want her to do well, and I know that she's put in a lot of work in the off season to like mentally get everything correct and then physically get everything correct so she can actually execute. I just didn't know if it was going to be reality or not.
All right, so let me ask this then. With the events that we have, do you think that her back is going to be in jeopardy?
After event 3, we'll see.
Do you think that'll be heavy enough for her to like to give her issues?
I'll also say this: there has to be something in her head that will stop her from going to places other athletes will go to.
Agreed.
And that will cause her to not place as highly as she could have. And I think she'll always have that.
I think tomorrow is a tough day for her. I think.
Do you think with the deadlift, or do you think with the snatch?
I think the deadlift is going to be a little bit nerve wracking, and then I know she hasn't put a whole lot of weight over her head, so that will be a damage control situation. And I just worry about doing 8 quick snatches into that run on a runner. I mean, it can light your back up.
I'm almost more worried about that one. I think.
What about the squat clean?
Just from the sprint?
Because it's going to be a grip and rip situation.
Yeah.
And you can't, like with the deadlift, you can kind of control the deadlift a little bit. Even the cleans, it's going to be light, but like you can manually control that with the weight that she's going to be using. Mm-hmm. But she doesn't have the option of controlling on, what is that, event 5? Event 5.
Yeah, you can't like set up and get in good positions.
No.
My thought is that.
What deadlift are you guys talking about? Sorry.
For Linda.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm going to bury myself right here. Get ready in the comments. Isn't Linda the bench press? The
deadlift, bench press, clean.
Clean. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
I think after event 3, when she gets some time away from the field and she goes and rests, and maybe she feels some swelling or something, things start to feel a little wacky, that's the moment she has to choose. Am I going to put my brain in my back and freak out, or am I just going to be an athlete and keep moving?
I hear you.
That's my fear.
I think event 4, I don't think she's going to be lifting big numbers.
Let me just say this really quick to catch people up in the comments here real quick.
Yeah.
Event number. This is 3 weeks ago on Bethany's Instagram. It says nothing special here, and she's on the jerk blocks, kissing her boyfriend. Nothing special here, just some ugly lifting face. Your face has never looked ugly. You have the most beautiful head in the world. Honestly, I'm just proud of being able to lift again after the crazy year I had last year with my back. So this is 3 years ago. So she's thinking about it.
Well, yeah, it took her out. She was in her game, and it took her right out of that. So whenever you have that, that fear is lingering without a doubt.
And this is a podium athlete, right? This is a games podium athlete at some time in her career, a possibility, which is crazy.
Coming out of
right?
2019,
podium caliber.
Yeah. Absolutely nuts. In a year where Tia was going to win.
Yeah.
So that means that people think she had a chance to push up against Laura Horvat, Mal, Haley Adams, that she's in that.
A good chance. Yeah.
She rocketed up in 2019, finished top 10. I think
she's an amazing athlete.
Everybody's reading
West Coast Classic.
Yeah, that's the thing. She is an athlete, right? She's not just a CrossFitter. She's like an all-around amazing athlete.
Yes.
Now,
Excuse
she
me.
has put herself in position though to be safe and to be not worry about it, as like, because she's first place right now. Like, she can, where she is right now, if she doesn't get hurt and just does her best and is cautious about everything, I could see her just being like an easy 6th place by the end of the weekend. And like, because her fitness is good enough that she can continue to place, in the teens or 10th or whatever, and not go to extremes or not push the envelope on her back.
I mean, she is almost 50 points over Emily.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's got a great
That's a
gap.
nice little cushion there. Yeah.
And Emily's not snatching a lot either. So, I mean, there's
Manny Serrano, thank you. $1.99, believing in Bethany. Alex Kazan, I'm crazy impressed. This is if not this year, if this girl stays healthy, this is a problem. The fact that she took first place in that second workout is nuts.
she's gonna take first place in the third workout too, Sevan. So you're gonna be in love with her after that.
Yeah, freak of nature. Special person, Mr. Spin, special athlete we're looking at.
I picked her to win this weekend, the whole thing. So I think I think Kotler has her in the right spot, and what we saw last year, I think she's well above what we saw at the game. So I think she can make some noise at the games this year.
21 years old, already married, 5'6", 150 pounds. It's a perfect CrossFit, metrics, right, for a woman.
Yep.
Ariel Lowen, third place. Oh, let's look at these points here between first. How many points does first have?
173.
173 all the way down to, let's go down to sixth place, 123. So that's a pretty big gap for just 2 events already, right?
Yeah, 50 points.
Emily Rolfe looking good. Christine Kohlenbrander. Was Kohlenbrander in people's list to go to the games?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing on Ariel, they talked about her elbow. She told me that it's feeling a lot better after the last 2 weeks and had no issues on the rings. So I think she'll be good the rest of the week.
Good.
Emily Rolfe, will she have an event win this week? It's interesting that she didn't win that first event.
No.
Not
actually. I'm tempted to say event 5, but I don't know if she can touch and go all the snatches. If she touch and goes all 8 of her snatches, she'll win event 5.
Katrin David's daughter, 6th. Are anyone impressed or disappointed?
I think she's doing great for her so far. This is where she needs to be.
I'm actually. What's really crazy is you look at the women, how they have a good one event and a shitty other event. Like almost all the way through when you're looking at your top 10, except for Bethany was pretty even across the board. But for the most part, that's such a trip. But with that being said, I didn't expect Katrin to be in 6th. I thought she'd be like around 10th.
It's funny because you're saying shitty event, but that's still upper half of the field. Like
no, I know. I know.
And in a ring muscle up event, that's huge for her having that placement.
What place did you expect her in, Bill? Did you say?
Around 10th out of the first day?
But she's a former 2-time champ. Why can't you guys just be like, hey, she had a bad year last year and she's going to come back to semifinals and just dominate?
Okay, well, Sarah Sigmund's daughter has been on the podium twice. A
little different though. Injured, right? Injured. Katrin, does Katrin have any injuries?
She had a back injury a couple of years ago.
I mean, not current that I know of.
No, nothing current. But when did she win last? Like it's 8 years ago.
Is it that long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 years ago.
Tia's reign.
7 years ago. 7 years ago.
All right. Stu, it was.
I thought you were joking at first.
No, that was dumb. You're absolutely right. Okay. Sorry, Grandma.
I thought you were
Katrin,
joking, and then I did the math, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
So at this point, it's just like, hey, it's cool. She's reached an age where it's just cool to see her competing. Like, hey, congratulations, you're old and you're still in there.
I did talk to her last year at the games, and I do know, I'm like, so what do you think, cruising around, not being in it? She's like, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So I was actually really happy to hear that, because you want, a lot of these athletes can kind of put on that face and do the, the outward showing of what they're trying to show. It's like, I just, I enjoy this and this is great, and I just want to take this year off and whatever. Like an athlete, if you are still in the mindset, you should be like, if you're in that realm and you're sitting there and you're watching, like, fuck this. I do not want to be a fucking spectator. If the second you are, you're like, I'm cool. Yeah.
Like
that's how I feel. That's why I won't go to competitions. There's no fucking way I'm going there if I don't.
So that was really that was really
serious.
cool
That's
to hear her say that. Like that was like right on. The fire's still there. Cool. However, I do think that it is rough to miss time and then come back. And I mean, she's already done it once, granted.
Yeah, isn't it you that's always saying, Sevan, that you can't take a year off and come back?
I don't think so.
I think it makes it drastically more difficult.
That's why I'm so impressed by Bethany. I'm so impressed by Bethany.
I don't know. These girls who have been having babies and coming back have been pretty good.
Okay, the ones you're talking about are fucking badass. Like the top echelon that we've ever had as women athletes out here. Come on now.
Can you imagine if Tetlow and Bethany Shadburn had a kid? That head would be.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
That head would be gigantic.
Those are two random names to pull out.
Teddy Williams, Teddy, you are always your comments are always welcome. This is Colton Mertens, head of the director of media for Colton Mertens Inc. Great work, gang. Even on site, I got to make sure I got my AirPods in, listening to these shows while shooting, editing. Lots of Colton content coming. Hi, John's mom. What a gentleman. Teddy, send anything you want us to publish over at the Real Sevan Podcast over to Mirmat Souza. If you don't have our phone number, get it from Colton. We'll post anything you want to support our homeboy.
Teddy's hilarious. I caught him at the games. You ever go to baseball games and see those old guys wearing radio headphones and listening to the broadcasters talk while they're at the live game?
Yeah.
Teddy was doing that shit. Teddy was doing that shit. He was at the games listening to you.
You're a good dude, Teddy. Like I said. Okay. Back to the ladies. Stacy Laram, she took first and a 40th. Bye-bye, Stacy. China Cho. What? China Cho, 25th. I kind of, from a veteran like her, I kind of expected more, right?
No.
I
mean, I think she's doing amazing.
I think she's doing amazing too, but I thought she would kill the ring complex and the
China. Pistols. So like, I don't mean this in any mean way, but the sport has just gotten a lot fitter, and I think it's, in my opinion, passed her up in fitness. I did not expect her to be 8th place.
So you're like, wow, she's killing it.
Yeah.
What was the event she won? Tommy V. Was it Tommy V?
No, she's one of the best rope climbers in all of CrossFit.
Who is China?
And that
China.
Yeah.
That workout hurts.
Okay.
And
so you're saying
she murdered people. She's fit as hell.
So you're saying 9th isn't her best finish, and you're saying that China could go to the games as an individual.
She's good at skills. I could see her doing well in that handstand walk event, or the pirouette event. She could do better in 9th. These next couple events, the snatch event, that's probably not going to.
They'll be tough. I think Linda will be tough. I think the snatch will be tough. I want to see her. She could do. I mean, she could. I think she could win the rope climb event.
You think is she good at handstand push-ups too?
Yeah, good enough.
That's the other hard part about that.
Right. Well, I just think that with her rope climbs, muscle memory, the fact that she's going to do that. And the thing is that has been a large puddle of mud for a lot of the women, actually for a lot of athletes. Yeah. I think like that's going to be her best shot. That's going to be her best shot. Now, what she can do damage control wise with the strength stuff coming up. I mean, China's a good athlete, but I mean, she's not one of the strength athletes. I wouldn't.
Is she fast enough? Is she fast enough to place well in event 5?
Yeah, I think it's the 8 snatch cycling. The 8 snatches.
Right.
It's 125, bro.
Well, here's this too.
But there's a speed to that. If me and you both do 185, I'm gonna finish before you, no matter if you go unbroken or not, just because my speed's faster. And that's where she's gonna get hurt, even if she goes unbroken. It might be a max 8 rep unbroken snatch for her, where other girls are just cycling like it's 95 pounds.
I think she'll be in the mix on that because she'll do good on the run part of that. I don't think she's going to have the fastest snatch, but she'll be able to hang in there. But the snatch before that, I think that will be damage control. For sure. And then Linda, again, like I just think that the dumbbells they'll get wonky for her. That.
Yeah. So we'll know after tomorrow if she's in a good spot. She can maybe pull it off.
Yeah.
How about recovery, Bill? 36. If she's so ancient, recovery a real issue for her?
She's not ancient.
Okay. Lauren Fisher, crazy impressed. Crazy impressed. How did she do last year? Did she make a run for the games last year?
She was on teams.
Team. She was the one that Andy kept getting pissed off at.
Oh, right. Okay. God, she's tiny too. She's 5'5", 140. Damn.
I mean, T is 5'4", 140.
T is 5'4", 140.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney McLishan hanging in there, doing what she needs to do. How many go to the games here? 11?
10.
10,
yeah.
So Sydney McLishan not doing what she needs to do. Look at that. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 12th. What does 8th place have? How many points?
116.
I mean, they're all
holy cow.
Yeah, it's a collision course.
I think all the way up to like 6th place, it's all within one event.
What about Kerstetter's 26 there? Is that going to be her worst event of the weekend?
No.
Event 6 probably. The legless rope climb event will be her worst event.
Yeah.
She's going to have an amazing day 2 and probably be like 5th place. And then that event 6 will be terrible. And then we'll see where she's at after that.
Dude, 42 in event 2 was 10th place for Bailey Rail. Damn, those girls are good. I can't believe that. What did she take in her heat? Was she second when she was done with her heat?
I don't know.
Something like that. She did good in that workout, right? In her heat.
Yeah, I mean, she did good, but she didn't win.
No. No, I think she did. I think she was right. I want to say was she in Fuslier's heat?
I think so, yeah.
Kelly Baker, 15th.
I'm impressed with that one because muscle ups has always been her biggest weakness. So.
And did better than the first workout. Did I see Marissa Flowers? Where was she down below? I think she was down below. Okay.
She got 0 points, then 96 points or 2 points. My bad.
Crazy.
2 points and then 94. Okay. Another tiny athlete. There she is, Rebecca Fuselier. Okay, so that's good. She went from being basically in last place to 23rd place, 59th, and a 4th. Tomorrow is shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just have to think about what's coming.
Yeah.
So like all of these little girls that have not placed well, day 2 is not going to be better. So it's they're essentially done. And maybe she proves my thoughts wrong, but if strength is not your jam and you are not in a qualifying spot right now, I don't think you're going to make it.
She could not take that first event. She had to do way better than that. I think she's out before it ever started. Like that had to have been hard hit for her.
I don't want to say if she's out before she ever started because we thought that about James Sprague and he freaking murdered it.
Why? What was James's lowest placement?
He had 40th, didn't he? Take the legless rope climb workout.
Take 20 to 30 pounds off of Colton. Does he stand a chance anymore?
No.
That's what we're dealing with Rebecca here.
Just a fucking malnourished Colton Mertens.
Not 20 to 30 pounds. I mean,
that's a way to say it, I guess.
Dude, 127 is crazy.
Yeah, if you make her 140, she's Carrie Pierce.
Right. And I think if Carrie is being too small. Fucking nuts. Okay. Oh, what do you tell her if you're the coach, Bill? What's her coach telling her?
Got to go big. I mean, like, at this point, what do you have to lose? You've got to swing for the fences because
you got to PR your snatch.
Yeah, you got to PR. I mean, yeah. I mean, well, even in your PR, it's like, what is that going to be relative to this field?
probably still not good enough.
40th?
You know, you can do what you
30th?
can do, you know.
Right. So then at that point you try to keep your mind off of what the end result is and go, okay, what's the goal that we want in this particular event? I mean, like as a coach, that's how you try to keep her on the game, because you're right. Like 1 point in the first event. Okay, so everyone, out of all the points that are going on here, you're starting off with 0 and everyone else has more than you. It just doesn't, it makes it very, very tough. So it would be a matter of, let's go. What's going to be our win to keep you moving?
See, these are the missed opportunity, like interviews that we really need from CrossFit. Like after the day's over, I know the athletes leave, but we need some sort of opportunity to approach Rebecca Facilier. And it's like, how are you feeling about going into day 2? I mean, I'm really interested in how she is framing this in her mind.
I don't think they would tell you.
We have no idea.
I don't think they'd tell you.
Even if they gave me a political answer, it would tell me something.
And every athlete's going to be like, well, I had a rough time today, but I'm going to see what comes up tomorrow. I'm going to go recover. And I'm going to go eat some food.
I think they just give you the typical answer. No, there's nobody like Colton. She's not going to tell you.
I think what would be, I like where you're going with that. I think what would be more interesting is talking to the coach about them. What do they need to do? What are you going to have them do for tomorrow?
See, I'd lie harder as a coach than I would as an athlete.
Well, I mean, what do they have to do? Well, I mean, other than like, what do they have to do? Well, they got to win some events. Okay, yes, you're right. You're very right on that.
So before we go down beyond 26th, if you go all the way up to 7th, that's 120 points. 26th, so 20 places, there's 30 points separating 20 athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
all of those.
What are the, say that again, Spin? What are the places?
From 7th to 26th, so 20 athletes, only 30 points separates 7th to 26th. Like it's a very, very tight race right now.
Yeah.
Good thing the scoring is the way it is.
I bet,
what was that sarcasm? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I can't wait to see what your Z-score does with these.
Oh, it's
end.
wild.
Like at the end, because look at how just with their scoring, 4th and 58th and 7th and 49. It'll be interesting to see what yours
it'll
does.
shuffle a little bit more concrete by the time the weekend's over.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, there were a lot of switch ups on the females last week. So
have we seen Danny Spiegel's name yet?
No.
No.
Wow.
30. I think she's 32nd.
Did you guys see the picture posted on her Instagram with the rope pool? I think's making its way around.
Of course it is.
Let's keep going down. Let's keep going down this list. Good news for Rebecca. There are a lot of 37 athletes below her, right?
Man, it's a wild time when Allison Scuds is ahead of Danny Spiegel.
Did Danny have some real issues? Did she have some issues with her judge on the ring muscle workout? Caleb, did you get a video on that?
Hiller walked out and he was her judge. He just wore judges. That is what happened.
Hey, dude, what if you would have chloroformed a judge and just pulled him down? Okay, there she is in the middle, doing, yeah, right there. Thank you. So he gave her that rep, right? Because he put his hand up.
Yep. And up.
So she got a no rep there. Are you playing it in reverse?
That dip is not going deep enough.
Okay, so she's pissed.
James is probably right. James Townsend in the comments. That long flight from Dubai probably got her.
From Saudi Arabia.
But in those slow-mos, those look good to me. Did anyone see anything that looked bad?
That dip was
suspect.
Very, very close. So that's fine. But see how low she was there, and then watch this.
Watch this one versus the second one. Yeah.
Oh, I see. At the bottom, she's not going low enough. Okay.
It's really close.
Okay.
Yeah, she's almost doing herself.
She pushes away.
She's almost doing a disservice to herself, catching so low and then having to dip.
Look at when she finishes that dip and she's behind the rings already, behind the straps.
Yeah, they might call it for like a soft move through before she's completely locked out. Shows control.
And on the right, that's Shadburn all the way in lane 10.
I don't know.
No, Shadburn had red shorts on.
Oh,
That's
Lawrence
Fisher.
Fisher.
When we had
Yeah.
to-
And what about this? What about this comment? Her feet are going above the rings. That's a no-no?
That's fine.
That is fine, or that's a no-no?
She's not doing
They're not
it.
supposed to go. I didn't see that.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the list. Let's see where she is.
32nd.
Let's cruise down. Allison Weiss, Trista Smith, the 17-year-old, Ashley Walden, wait, where's Danny?
32nd.
Just 32nd.
32.
Oh, we did pass her. Okay, I didn't even see that. Sorry. Okay. How bad is this? What's going to happen tomorrow? What if the dumbbells stop her tomorrow? What if she has a who was that who got stopped in the
Brooke?
Oh yeah, what if she has a Brooke Wells incident?
So I wanted to say this earlier. I ran all the scores. So last week, after 2 events, everyone who made it to the games, none of them had a lower place finish than 21st, and that was Spencer. So Spencer was in 21st place at the end of day 1, and he made it to the games.
What was Sydney?
Sydney was, she was in 31st, so that was the one I didn't catch.
You foiled the computer.
What do you mean that was the
right
one you
away.
didn't catch? You made some fucking declarative statement, and fucking the homeboy up there, fucking
Sorry,
from the Goonies, fucking called you out like in 1 second.
I just didn't see her, so I was looking mostly.
Spin,
at
you
the
got
men.
his back
Spencer
or
is
not?
right.
What the fuck is Tyler drunk?
No, that was bad.
That was just one accident. That was an accident. Tyler's good to go.
Yeah,
Spencer is
you
right.
relies on the computer
Sydney-
too much.
Sydney is correct. Thank you, John.
So only
But,
those
yeah,
two. So
31st.
only those two. You're saying one
It still
dude.
applies because she's ahead of Danny Spiegel still. So it still applies to what you're saying. Go ahead.
But
Yeah,
let me
so
just
she
make
has
sure
to
I understand
have
what you're
a-
saying. You're
Go
saying that everyone in the Northeast who was in 21st or higher on day. What about 20th place? Was there any 20th place people who made it?
That
to
was
the
for the men. That was for the men. So you had to be. Spencer Panchik was in 21st at the end of day 2.
What
and
was
he
the next
qualified for the
highest
game.
besides him after that? If Spencer wouldn't have made it, do you know?
16th, Jack
Okay.
Farlow.
And then of the girls, the worst person was Sydney Wells, 32nd. And what was the next worst besides her?
31st. The
Or
next
31st.
one was 19th, Paige Semenza.
Okay.
Sydney's
All right.
an outlier, but we have to treat Sydney for real because Danny's going to be top 3 in the snatch event. We know that. Sydney won event 5. That's what
But
made
does
that
she
possible.
thread the needle in the event in event 6? She
Well,
has to.
But I'm saying we need to treat Danny like if we're gonna put her into the computer, we need to treat her like it's realistic because Sydney was 31st and did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Danny's going to have that home run event, so it will be possible. It'll just be if she executes the way Sydney did. Sydney had top 10 finishes all across the rest of the competition.
How do I know that Chase has had 3 glasses of wine? Bill looks like he's telling scary campfire stories. At Boy Scouts. Why does he have to get Boy Scout?
The light switch to my office is downstairs at the gym, and I'm in the middle.
It's still light outside. I can see through your window.
Yeah, well, this is the best we can see him.
You're
Earlier it was all
choosing to
blown
make
out.
it dark.
Yeah. Okay, go on, Tyler, with that. So what you're saying is it's not looking good for Danny.
I mean, so
let's go back.
Based
to the
on what
leaderboard,
John
please.
is saying, she is going to have a good day tomorrow. Hopefully, if she doesn't, she's out of it for sure. But she has to do pretty well the rest of the weekend. She can't have any major slip ups.
Well, how
She has
did
to
Sydney
have
do?
a
How did
Sydney-
Sydney do in Linda?
She
What were
let's
her?
see.
Read out her 4 events.
She had 76 points in that event.
Oh, you don't
So-
go by. Hold on.
Bill's in California. Yeah, it's still light. Still light here a little bit.
A little bit. I got the fog coming in.
Yeah.
Her snatch event did not go well though. Sydney's did it. She had 26 points in that event, and that's way down there. And so
It's a 30th place.
Sydney went the rest of the way 9th, 34th, 1st, 12th, 14th.
she had 2 bad events.
One. After
34th and
day
one.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think Danny Spiegel will have a 34th place in any of the next events?
Workout 6.
Event 5.
Ooh, I would say 6 too with the rope climbs. Ooh.
You think she's been proven she can do rope climbs?
But she's gonna take top 3 on Linda probably.
Mm-hmm.
And
but Sydney took a first in event 5. I don't think she'll take top 3 in Linda.
FRJD Mathern, could Danny realistically win events 3, 4, 5, and 7?
No.
3, 4,
no.
maybe.
No, she can win event 4. That's
4.
it.
Wow. You don't think she can win event 7?
I don't think she's fit enough to win Linda. I don't see Alex Gazan is going to bench press those 90s just as fast, if not faster.
60s.
My bad.
Boys are 90s.
And
okay.
right. And Alex is fitter than Danny. I don't think. I think
and 20
Danny
years younger. No, 8 years younger.
Like top in the 5th. I think she'll get like 5th in that event. I don't think she's winning it though.
If you want to get some entertainment, go over to Danny Spiegel's Instagram account, pull up the picture of her pulling the rope and dig through the comments. There are some amazing comments in there. It's some of the best comedy I've seen in a while. Okay, let's go. Let's race to the bottom here.
Well, I mean, she's the lowest that I think anything is possible.
Yeah, and what Tyler said is just bad news for everyone. It gives a little bit of hope for Fuselier. Freya Moosbrugger, holy shit, games athlete. Okay, so that she's run into a serious problem, Freya.
Yeah, she's done.
I think so.
Done.
I think she might have a magical foot injury that pops up.
Okay, fair enough. Do athletes do that, Bill? Pull out? They're like, okay, fuck it, I can't win, I'm done.
Maybe not. I can't win, but it's like, why take the risk if there's nothing to risk?
Just for the training?
It's not training though. You can't train in this atmosphere.
No, yeah, it's not. It's an unsafe way to train. If that's what your camp is telling you to do, find another camp.
Gazan's gonna bend Linda over and have her way with her. God, I hope so.
Aggressive.
Okay, let's see the final page. And I want to apologize to all the people out there who fucking hate my guts, but this is the only quality shit on. I apologize. Life is like that. Amber, Carson, Carrie, Carly, Alina, Davis, Hannah, Savannah, Natalie, Grace. Christmas tree ornaments. Thank you for coming. The lanes must be filled. All right. Danny will still hate Sevan and post all half naked pics on IG. Yeah, don't stop doing that for me, please. The world needs an outlet. Tomorrow morning, test 3. We will not talk about. We're just going to look at it very quickly. Let's put it up. John, have you been to semis, Mason Mitchell?
Like made it as an athlete or as a spectator?
Either.
No, neither.
Okay. Tommy Rodriguez, by the way, thank you for the money. We will talk about this tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is Linda. It's a one size fits all Linda. It's not body weight like the one on .com that allows you to adjust your weights. It's deadlifts, dumbbell bench presses, and squat cleans. It's dumbbell instead of the bench. And any final words any of you guys would like to say?
You can pull up the Oceania real quick on the men.
Please.
They finished Linda.
They've done it, or
they've done it?
They're in process.
Yeah. No, the men are done. Women are
the scoreboard's
on
up.
the way.
Wow, that's neat.
Nice, good job. Spin, pulling, doing the heavy lifting. JV team, $10. I like it when John Young is on the panel. Everyone stop picking on him. A heart. That's me too. I like it too. I like it when he's on the team and when people pick on him. A stiff sock. Sevan's dog is sniffing me. Okay, fine. I'll wash you. I'll get you. Cock gun. Skittles. Okay, fine. You own a cock gun, Bill?
Yeah.
Spin, you have one?
What?
A cock gun? Do you have a cock gun?
Yeah.
Do you have a cock gun, Tyler?
Yes, sir.
Do you have one, John?
No.
No? Shit. I got one. That's weird. But you own a house, don't you, John?
Yeah.
You don't have a cock gun?
We might. I just don't know where it is.
Your wife does the cocking?
In case of emergencies, can you locate the cock gun?
Hey,
Yeah,
when
no.
you use,
I'm a good. She tells me where it is. I'll go get it. But
while Caleb pulls up Oceana, I got a question for you. When you guys use the cock gun, let's say you have to use the cock gun, and you got to cock something, but it's 80% still full. Do you guys put a screw in there? My dad always tells me to put a screw in there and put tape around there, but I used to not do that when I was employed.
Cheap,
yeah, well,
is your dad cheap?
I don't know, probably. Does anyone? I used to just throw the cock away.
No,
but I don't anymore. Yeah, no. Now I'm unemployed. I'm a podcaster now. I used tape and a screw. I think the boys have gone, Mr. Beaver. Tank Reeves, Sevan, do you have a man bun? It's like the cock without the gun. No, I don't have a man
Cock
bun.
without the gun. It's no good.
Jay Crouch, a third, a fourth, and a second, getting better. Any surprises here that Crouch took second in that?
Nope.
No,
that's Jay Crouch. Like we said, Jay Crouch is kind of like Adler in this field. He's just going to be consistent the whole entire way, and he's going to be on first place by a good margin by the time the weekend's done. He might not win an event, but he's going to be right there every single event.
How old is Jay?
Click on him and it'll say
24.
24.
You impressed with this kid, Bill?
Yeah.
Spin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was older than that, so he's got a lot of years ahead of him too.
And he's just been improving every single year too.
You think top 10 at the games this year?
Ooh, that's
a big ask.
God, I love.
Let's talk about how good he is. Just to say, he's not
I mean, I love him. Hey, you know what's interesting? Look, you know what? He's a good example too. Of did you see the video Hiller made recently where it shows the guy who's not on roids? It's Hiller not on roids and then Hiller on roids, and he puts the two next to each other, and there's some nuances, but it's clear. Jay Crouch is pre-roids. I think that motherfucker's clean.
I think so too.
He's thick.
Yeah,
he's pretty damn thick.
And
Bill, is he clean? Is he clean, Bill?
Yeah, I think he is.
And I sent Caleb the Copasur South Africa leaderboard, which is not on the game
Ben,
site.
this is thorough.
Where
this
is
is
James
this is
Newberry?
crazy. Look at Guy and look at Augustine.
So it's too early though.
I know, but
Too
it's South America.
So
Hey, only two dudes are going.
So
Yes.
Oh, Guy's not going, guys.
He got the max. Like he's got a couple first place coming his way, but I don't know. I don't think Raquelme's going.
Hey,
He'll
Guy's
do
not
good
winning.
on 4 and 5.
I don't think Guy's winning.
That's what I'm saying.
This is why I was
Someone's
worried
got to
when Guy said he was going to be going down to South America for it. With only 2 spots, one mistake, it's tough to come back because there's only a handful of athletes that are fighting for those spots.
Yeah.
And they're
He's
never
almost better suited to be in the East.
Yeah, but people are so bad in South America. He should just dominate everybody. Everything. He won the endurance event last year, the long
Bill, what would
run
you do?
swim event in South America. He won that, and that's his worst thing.
He should have been here.
I think you
should have been here because you have a better chance. You're right. It one mistake, and now you're going to have a tough. Now you're going to be fighting for 2 spots. Why put yourself into that?
And if you're Callion, Ribeiro, De Souza, you could just get 3rd place every single event now, and you're in.
That's the problem. Is those top 2 guys could take 2nd, 3rd the rest of the way, and Guy is out.
We know Cervani's good. He's not going to back off that position easy.
Right.
Kayuke.
Well, that's why I said Callion, and Kayuke's also got a little gap. He's got that 20-point gap. So,
Nelly,
this dude's shredded as hell.
This dude's going to the games. Look at this.
He's almost as big as the woman on the top of the leaderboard, though.
Oh, here is this him?
Oh
with her?
my goodness!
Look at his chest. Go to that picture on the right.
Is that the woman? Is that?
I think that's her.
I think that's the leader for the women.
Is that their coach?
Look at
this guy. This guy's fucking going. This guy's.
We need him to go just for sales alone.
He's
Noble
fucking
needs to
James
start
Bond.
If
following
him and
trends
that
here.
woman have
Yeah.
the same coach, I don't feel good about this.
Look at this guy's shoulders.
Pecs
The
like that are
separation
so
between
rare.
his shoulders and his traps is nuts. Look at all the hot chicks following him. Look at it. It's just a fucking.
You can work your whole life and never get that. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness, this guy is something else. All right. Okay, this guy's problem. Is this guy going to the games? He's 50 points ahead of Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he is. I think he's one of them. I think Gee still has a chance, but I think this guy's at least got second wrapped up.
God, I would hate it if I had a pool that was that skinny.
But look what he just did on the first 3 events. Like the top 2, top 3.
Yeah.
Like what is he showing that he's going to be struggling with?
He was at Wadapalooza and did struggle quite a bit. So,
what was his?
Yeah, his max snatch was like 215.
He's
Oh,
a
that's-
white guy.
I'm just
215?
kidding. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
oh.
I'm just kidding.
215 kilos is what I meant to say.
Y'all would buy that.
he took he only had a 332-pound clean and jerk. So that was good
Oh,
for
that's his fucking wife. This chick's on the top of the leaderboard.
is that
Okay.
Andrea?
Everyone just stopped and have this really weird grin on their face right now.
That's Hiller's domain. That's Hiller's domain.
John's joke's not so funny anymore.
We need,
Wow.
we need Hiller to come on the panel immediately.
Yeah, totally. That's Hiller's world.
Roy Jack.
Wow. Okay.
I would say he's not. Like, to me, he looks natural. He's just gifted. But her, I can't make that same argument.
Another Emily Abbott situation's about to happen.
Dick Butter, have they leaked a sex tape yet asking for a friend? All right.
You pull up the women's side, Caleb.
Also, James Newberry.
Andrea Pinero, Alexia Williams, Emily Andrade, Valentina Rangel, Bruna. Wow, look at that name.
You try your best.
Back six.
Back six.
Victoria Campos. How many points is Victoria Campos out? Jeez Louise, that sucks.
36.
I really want to see her compete in
And Sasha's out 72.
in Madison.
And Julia
Yeah, she's
Cotto
kind of
is
got
way down there.
a Augustine and Gee situation though. For like it's the same for the women.
Mm-hmm. That Alexia is a pretty strong athlete, so I think she'll be up there throughout.
Andrea looks pretty strong too.
Alexia, what? Williams? Yeah.
What if Andrea snatches like 275? Like,
What did we see? The hang clean at 235 pounds?
Yeah.
Andrea's 40.
Her 40-yard dash. She played for a football.
Man, the deeper we go down this rabbit hole, the worse it's getting.
Oh, I forgot she was 40 years old.
She's 40 years
I
old.
keep forgetting that.
Yeah. She's doing the open division.
Winning.
Winning the open
Hey.
division.
Succeeding.
And let me show you this just really quick.
You know, when I was in first place on day one, not one person thought that I was on. That I was.
Yeah, we sure did.
All I got was, how is this old fucker doing anything? I don't understand.
That's true. Let me show you this real quick. This is the girl who's in second place in a completely different kind of like body composition, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to her nose. You think her boyfriend drags her around by that? Do you know the history of bull rings? Yeah, this is a totally different physique. The history of bull rings is pretty fascinating, but they're not made for humans. They're for leading people, bulls around that misbehave.
Yeah, she looks like a.
This is second. This is second place by 8 points.
Man, she should start hitting those.
Maybe what's her face in first is maybe roids aren't in her system now, but I feel like they've passed through. She's definitely bodybuilder passed.
They've passed
100%.
through.
They've passed through at some point.
Like the stiff sock, it's under my bed now, but I've passed through. Gray Ghost, $2 final heat women's Linda and Oceana pop over. Great, we'll do that. Thank you guys, everyone, for checking in. Good luck to everyone, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to give you our picks for Linda and to just rip on people, rip on John. All right, bye-bye.